We're on page 103 in grammar. Let's go ahead and stand for the flag salute. Let's get this day going. You have a hoodie on or beanie? Go ahead and take that off when you stand up.
I cool.
Oh, yeah, both. Yeah, you do. It's cold this morning, huh? You okay, Bailey? Are you stuck? There you go. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Nice. All right, 103. Let's see what we're doing today. Oh, we're talking about quotation marks. You guys know about those. We've talked about them before, like in the Little Red Hen. There's a lot of speaking parts in that story, you know. So when there's two things to a speaking part in a story, one is the quote, that's what they're saying, and the other is called attribution, and that's who's saying it and how they're saying it. So remember in the Little Red Hen, when she says, "Who will help me plant the seed?" It's the little red hen saying it, or she's asking it, right? So what she says is, "Who will help me plant the seed?" The little red hen asked. That's the attribution part. Okay, so there's two parts to it. So jump down here where it says quote, and then it says, "I want the gold." That's the quote. Okay, that's what that means. That's what the person is saying. The attribution is the princess declared. So those are the two parts of a quotation mark or a sentence that has speaking in it. The quote is a sentence in quotation marks. The attribution is the person speaking and the speaking verb. If the quoted sentence makes a statement, place a period inside the closing quotation marks. That's important for you guys to remember. At the end, you know, the little marks at the end, put the period on the inside of it next to the word. And here's the example. It says attribution, that's who's saying it, comma, and then the quote. Notice the period there. If the quote comes first, because it can go either way, if the quote comes first, use a comma and then the attribution. If the quoted sentence asks a question, place a question mark on the inside of the closing quotation mark. Here it is. This is the pattern, okay? Attribution, that's who's saying it and how they're saying it, comma, quote with a question mark. Or if you reverse that, quote with a question mark, attribution. So this is the pattern. I know it sounds weird because it's not really what they're saying. They're not saying quote. It's just showing you that the quote goes on the inside of the quotation mark. So it's showing the pattern to that. Then the last example, if the quoted sentence expresses a strong emotion like "watch out," or "no way," or "whoa," or like if you were watching the football, "great pass," the Super Bowl, or "they won," or "they lost." Yeah, Chiefs lost horribly. This is the pattern. This is where the punctuation goes when you have those speaking parts in a story. Yes. What was the score difference?
Yeah.
It was like 40 to 22. Yeah.
So I played basketball.
Almost zero, huh?
I played basketball, and for me, every game I got 1 through 8, and the other team got 30 through 50.
Oh, that's hard. I know, man, that's hard. Well, hopefully you guys are learning from the other teams, but it's hard when your team doesn't have it together yet. You know, they're learning still. All right, and then down here is think about it at the bottom half of your page. It says many words can be used as different parts of speech. However, a word can perform only one part of speech at a time. For example, the word running. Did you know that running could be a verb, adjective, or noun? It depends on how it's used. I always think of a verb when I hear running, because that's like what you can do, right? Running to the store, or running after the dog, or something like where the dog is running. Or running after chicken nuggets, as Delilah probably does almost every day, right?
Yes.
I hope your mom stocks up the freezer for you.
No.
Chicken, not your mom, your grandma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she stock up the freezer for your chicken nuggets? Well, she should. I'll have to talk to her about that. Okay, so verb, the soldiers were running through the forest. That's obvious. This is what the soldier is doing, running. In this sentence, is running is a verb. It follows the helping verb were. So were running goes together there. And it has an ing. And the next one says adjective though. The soldiers heard running water. That's totally different. Running water is what kind of water? It's running water. So that makes it an adjective describing the water. Running chicken or running chicken nugget. Well, you know what? Yeah, if you see a running chicken, you're right. The chicken that's the adjective describing what kind of chicken. It's a running chicken. But
Like a cooked chicken just running around with like
that would
the
be
two
weird.
bones.
That's weird. It reminds me of the gingerbread man or something.
Yeah, if you just add this cooked, you just walk up there and just take a chicken. He can walk through you and he asks you to take your ring off.
You guys are getting weird now. Okay, wait, get back to this. And then the last example is a noun. It says the second soldier said, running is fun. So it's actually a thing in that sentence. Running is fun. So the verb is there. And then fun is the adjective describing running. So it's the same word, running, but it depends on how it is in the sentence. That'll tell you how it's functioning. Okay, whether it's a verb, a noun, or an adjective. Okay, go ahead and turn the page, 105. You know how to turn page 105. How about Delilah? Can you read our sentence today, please?
He was hungry, so he munched on several apples.
Good. Munched is our vocabulary word. Who knows what munched is? Delilah? Ate or eat. Yeah, it's basically chewing on something like chicken nuggets. Ha ha ha, I got you. I said it before she said it. All right, so check vocabulary. How about the noun? Ava, do you see where the noun is in that sentence?
Apples?
Yes, apples. Good. Pronouns, Bailey, do you see where the pronouns are? Remember what those are? Okay. He and there's another one. And he. I knew you guys knew it. Hallie, would you mind moving your book over so that Weston can see it with you? There we go. Thank you. And then Delilah, no, Camden's next. What about the two adjectives that describe the nouns? Yeah, good. You got it. Hungry is one. And then there's one that's describing the apples, like how many?
Several.
There you go, several. Good. Those are the two adjectives. Now, Delilah, coordinating conjunction.
On.
Not on. Remember fanboys?
Oh,
It's-
so?
There you go. It's the S. So on is actually a preposition. But we're going to come back to that. So Brady, how about the verbs? There's two in here.
Lunch.
Munched. Yes. You know, was is a linking verb. It's linking the pronoun he to the adjective hungry. It's linking those two words together. That's how they connect. Okay, so good. And then Levi, what about the subject? There's two of them actually. He and he is the subject. Good. He and he, those are both subjects. And then Weston, do you see the prepositional phrase?
On several apples.
On several apples. Good. And then Hallie, you got lucky. Well, what should we put at the end, Hallie? A period. And then what word should be capitalized, Hallie? He. Easy peasy. Cheesy. Good.
Easy peasy lemon.
Is that me? That's me.
Easy
Turn that off.
peasy lemon squeezy.
Lemon squeezy. All right, we're done with grammar for today. It's gotta be some kind of record. You guys wrote about the deserts. Yeah, you wrote about the deserts last week, Weston.
Can I read my papers for everyone?
I wonder, is there somebody that hasn't had a turn to read in a while that wants to read? He's like, no, I don't want to read. Have you read yours lately or not lately? Anytime? Okay. For today, Weston, you have it with you? Okay. I'm gonna have Camden read his, and then at the end of class, if we have time, I'll have you read yours, okay? Because we got a little late start, partly because of my fault. And then it was Tucker's fault. But how can you be mad at Tucker? He's just so dang cute. Hard to be mad at him.
Yeah, so one night, my mom only gives us 5 minutes to get in bed, and we have 30 minutes off. And Daisy literally destroyed my bed, so I had to like remake the whole thing.
Wow. Is that your dog, Daisy?
Yeah.
Aw.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
The face.
I can find it on the computer, actually. Delilah? Not today. Why?
I am.
Oh, I'm going tomorrow. Oh. Bakersfield.
I went to Bakersfield like probably 2 weeks ago just for a dentist appointment.
Yeah, I go there for that too sometimes. Camden, I have it here. Do you want me to read it or you want to come around here and read it? Oh, he's coming to read it. Cool. All right, so this is Camden's paper on deserts. You know, there you go. You got it. Okay, go ahead.
The Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert, which stretches from the west to the east of the African continent. The erg sand smoothly shifts like an ocean because the wind sweeps the sand around where there are underground water oases that people live next to. Some creatures can live a long period of time without water. Foxes, lizards, and gerbils stay in their burrows. Camels can walk a whole week without water in the desert. The Gobi Desert is cold and can stretch to South Mongolia and northern China. Himalayan mountains block clouds. The first dino egg, which was found in the Gobi Desert, sometimes you could hear eerie noises because the wind rubs against the dunes. Oxen, gerbils, and donkeys all survive in the Gobi Desert. With the wild Bactrian camel particularly adaptive the wild Bactrian camel particularly adapted is a
There you go. You missed is. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Keep going.
Camel. It can successfully live in extremely tough I shouldn't put the two.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely tough temperatures.
There you go. Good. Very good. Let's clap for him. Nice job, Camden. Very good. I heard all those dress up words in there and you had some of your topic clenchers. Let's review the topic clencher rule. Do you guys remember that one? Let's do it
The
together.
topic-
Wait, hold on. Everybody's got to be ready. Put your hand up here. Everybody. Okay, but now you can go. The topic sentence and the clencher sentence must repeat or reflect 2 or 3 key words. Okay, good. Some of you remembered that and some of you accidentally forgot about that. So when you're doing your topic clenchers, it's 2 or 3. So like when you wrote about the Gobi Desert, you can put Gobi Desert. You can highlight that with a highlighter or put a box around it. Gobi and desert. And then the last sentence, Gobi and desert again. Okay, so let me show you an example that I have really quick. I think I showed this to you last week, but just in case, where did it go? Hold on. Oh, here it is. I know you can't read it from way back there, but this is my paragraph on the Sahara Desert, but I want you to notice Sahara and desert are highlighted in the first sentence, and Sahara and desert are highlighted in the last sentence. That's what the topic clincher rule is. That's what I want to see on your papers. So if you forgot that, good, I see you're working on it back there, Levi. Make sure you do that.
I forgot to highlight them. I have them in there.
Good. Okay, most of you have them in there, but make sure you highlight them, or if you don't have a highlighter, you can put a box around it. Weston,
Can you please read it out loud?
mine?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I wish we had time, but maybe another time. Hallie? Oh, okay. But you can turn it in later today. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Did you put a box around your topic clinchers? You're still working on it. Okay. So I see a box maybe around Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
So when you get to the last sentence, good. So what words did you highlight? Okay. Oh, good, good. So you got 3 words. He has amazing Sahara Desert and then cold Gobi Desert. That's good too. So 2 or 3, either way. Did you remember to highlight yours? I think you did. Okay, good. Awesome. Now, we don't have time to hear everybody's, unfortunately, but I did grade most of yours. So check Google Classroom later and see what you got on your paper.
My
And-
mom told me.
We're gonna get out, actually, you can put away the desert, all the desert stuff. If you have any colored pages, like I see Ava has a blue page and maybe a pink page. The blue page, let me tell you where those go. Go ahead and get your binders out, your writing binder. No, the other one. You're gonna probably need both, because you're gonna put away your desert paper. And you're gonna get out the next week. Okay, that's okay then. The blue page that you have, like what Brady has over there, there's a tab in your binder that says banned words. Have you seen it, Levi? Oh, perfect. So that blue page goes behind the tab that says banned words. That's gonna be in your IEW binder. I'm gonna just scoot this down a little bit so that Lila has some.
Is
Okay.
behind the tablet says.
There's a tab that says banned words. You guys see that?
Oh,
I'll show you. We're organizing our binder a little bit right now. Yeah, look at the tabs on the side. There's one that says banned words. Oh, that's right. We never fixed yours, huh?
okay.
So you can just pick one of those tabs to stick it behind, yeah. Yep, that goes there with yellow pages. You found banned words.
So this one.
Don't forget to close your read before you turn pages. Yeah, that one goes behind banned words. And then the pink one, if you have this one, some of you have it, some of you don't. If you have this one, it goes behind stylistic techniques tab. There's another one that says stylistic techniques. Make sure you close up your rings before you start turning pages. Yeah, good job.
I think I probably.
Then you have something you can leave that down there. There's one that says banned words, right? I mean, you can put it, actually, we're putting them away. Okay. You can stick them here. I turned the page for you. The banned words, you're gonna put right there. You're welcome. All right. That one goes behind, yeah, stylistic techniques, good. Good job organizing, this is good. The yellow page, if you have it, like what Weston's holding up right now, that one goes behind the tab that says model charts and outlines. Model charts and outlines.
Like our first yellow page right here. with that
Yeah.
man holding it.
Yes, yes. Model charts and outlines. Very good. I like that. You guys are, so now you know where to find it. If you're, when you're looking for these pages while you're writing, you're gonna know where to find them. The rest of your stuff for deserts can go in your other binder that you have all your finished stuff in. Okay, so that stuff goes away in your extra binder.
I'm gonna keep mine in here and the end of class in case I can read it to.
Okay. And then when you have all that put away, go ahead and get out the next week, which is gonna be behind the source text tab. And it's gonna be week 10. And there are 5 pages for this one.
Oh, no.
It's called Desert Reptiles. Yeah, this is a cool one. It's should be the first story you got. That's it. There's 5 pages, so you're gonna take all 5 of those. I might want to lay it down so it doesn't fall
That's what it is.
out. All right, 5 pages for week 10, desert reptiles, plural. You guys have a new, while you're getting your stuff ready, you will need a piece of lined paper too. You don't have any more lined paper? Anybody have a piece that Holly can borrow or have? You just need one piece of line. Oh, she's got one now. Weston's got one for her. Back there, very good.
That's what the back view is the best.
You guys remember talking about summarizing multiple references? Last time you guys summarized those 2 different articles. Did you have a question? Go ahead. Oh, no, this is all part of it right here.
Okay.
Yep, all of these.
This one's.
So whenever you just take out everything until you see the next week and then leave that one there. So this is all you need. And a line paper too, okay?
So desert reptiles.
Desert reptiles, there should be 5 pages to take out. About desert reptiles. I like how Hallie's got her stack of stuff for week 10 and her line paper ready to go in front of her. You have it too, Levi. Good. Brady, Weston, keep your papers a little closer to you just so they don't get mixed up, okay? Put them in a nice stack. That's good. Okay. Just to review, last week you guys had 2 articles. Remember, you had one for Sahara Desert and one for Gobi Desert. You guys remember that? So you had 2 different articles. Yes. Uh-oh, Delilah needs a piece of line paper. Oh, Levi's got it this time. Oh, Camden needs one. Aw, nice, Brady. Levi's getting one for Delilah. You're welcome.
They were flying anyway.
I know, it's a good thing you have extras.
At least there aren't any people in airplanes.
Yeah, at least that. Somebody might get in trouble for that. Okay, this time you guys are gonna have 3 articles. Last time you just had 2, but now you're gonna have actually 3. And you're gonna learn about desert reptiles. Who can tell me what a reptile is? Raise your hand, Hallie. Cold-blooded, lay eggs. What else can you tell us, Weston?
That they don't have any fur like mammals.
Don't have any fur. Anything else to add to that? They're not mammals. What about naming some reptiles? What are some reptiles that you know?
What is the name?
I know.
I'll tell you in a second. Brady? Lizards? A dinosaur. We don't have those anymore. They're extinct, but yes. Well, yeah, they did lay eggs, didn't they? Yeah, they are reptiles. What else, Amy? Snakes for sure. And Levi? Viper, which is a snake, right? Delilah?
Sure they're called. I have one. Lizard dragon.
Oh, like a Komodo?
Bearded dragon.
A
Yeah.
bearded dragon. Those are cool. Yes. Hallie? A turtle. What else, Weston?
A tortoise.
A tortoise. Yes, good. Komodo dragon. That's what I was thinking. That's like the bearded dragon. They're just like big ones that grow and they look like little dinosaurs, actually. They got like bumps on their back. Yes.
It's like it is considered a dinosaur. It's called this relative to its.
A gecko? A gecko, yeah, that's another one. We don't see those very often here. Those are actually called amphibians, so they're a little different than reptiles. I don't know about the gecko too. It might be, is it an amphibian or is it a reptile? I don't know, they're kind of, so amphibians are a little bit different. Yeah, so,
A platypus is a mammal.
yeah. Anyway, back to reptiles. You guys are gonna learn about 3 different ones this week in your homework. And so what we're gonna do is the same thing. We're gonna read these articles and find things that are facts about them. And we're gonna collect that information and put it in a keyword outline and then write a paragraph about it. Levi?
Platypus's names.
You know what? There's some that are unusual like that. So I don't really know much about platypuses, but oh. Ah, so your name, and then Delilah, today's date is 2/10/25. And then at the top of your paper, guys, go ahead and start putting this down. You're gonna put desert and then reptiles. And then underneath that, we're gonna put KWO. Okay, so that's what we're learning.
KWO?
Yep, oh yeah, we do a lot of those almost every day,
No, we don't.
almost. We
What
did,
if we have KWOs in?
we did the story sequence chart for a while, but you did a KWO for the desert paper. For the Sahara and.
Now we got KWO.
Yeah, that's what these are. So keyword outline is what these are. You're gonna do Roman numeral 1, and this time you're gonna do, check here, 1 through 6 under that. And then under 6, I want you to put that word clincher. And then in the margin here, you can put topic. And for Roman numeral 1. So there's going to be 3 paragraphs total, but we're gonna focus just on paragraph 1 this week. But let's get I like the idea of getting our keyword outline all ready for all 3 paragraphs. So go ahead and skip a line and do number 2, same way, 4, 5, 6, clincher, and then topic. We're gonna do 3. Yeah, you can. I'm gonna have to put mine over here because if you need to use the back of your paper, you can for Roman numeral 3. Or if you have room, keep going on the front. But we're gonna set it up for all 3 paragraphs.
Don't pretend that's the back of your paper.
Yeah. Exactly. You guys are good at pretending that. Run out of space, you can turn it over to the back. But this is gonna be 3 paragraphs, but remember, this week we're just focusing on the first one, that's all. And then we'll do the other 2 next week.
That's easy.
You think so? That's good to know. Maybe I'll make it harder for you guys. No.
Wait.
Thanks to Levi. Okay, the first article, after you write those down, I'll give you a second, some people are still writing. I can write. Everybody give me a thumbs up when you guys got it ready. Good, good. Good. That's okay if you need to. While you guys are waiting, the first article we're gonna read is called The Sahara Sand Viper. I recognize Sahara. We know about Sahara now.
And then there's also desert in there. Desert reptiles thing.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that is the title. Yes, so remember when you're writing from multiple articles, you have to know what your subject is first. That's the big thing you're writing about. So for us, it's desert reptiles. So that's the name of our paper, right? And that means you're writing about desert reptiles. Each topic is going to be a different reptile. Okay, this is the main part here. The subject is desert reptiles, but each one of these topics is gonna be a different reptile that you're gonna learn about. And then these are the facts about that reptile. So we're gonna start with the Sahara sand viper. So everybody look at page 83. Sahara sand viper.
The viper was you on what paper?
What's another word? Anybody can just say it. What's another word for viper?
Snake.
Snake. So this is a snake that we're gonna learn about. Now, this time I'm gonna have you guys, Brady, underline the facts that you think are either interesting or important. You're gonna underline them by yourself this time. And your goal is 6. But if you underline 8, it's okay. I'm not going to be mad or anything. It's fine. Try to underline just 6 though. And here's the other thing. Don't underline everything because that's hard. It's all good. Try really hard not to underline everything. If you find chicken nuggets in there, sure.
Yes.
I don't think there's chicken nuggets in here. Yes, Weston.
Oh,
Oh, you're stretching. Okay, I'm gonna start reading. You guys focus with your pen or your pencil, whatever you're using right now, and you're gonna underline the sentences that you think are interesting or important. It says, Sahara sand vipers live in the Sahara Desert and parts of the Middle East. They can be as long as 1.6 feet or 50 centimeters. That's not very long. One foot is like this long, so they're small snakes. You know, we see rattlesnakes, and sometimes rattlesnakes can be like 3 feet long. So these are small snakes. Most are pale, sand-colored snakes with dark markings and wide triangle-shaped heads. So you guys should be underlining information that's interesting.
I just don't know really how to like tell the information.
Yeah, as I'm reading it, you're following along with your eyes as I'm reading, and then you things that you think are interesting or important. Like, did anybody underline about where they live?
Yes.
Okay, did anybody underline how long they are?
Yes.
Did anybody underline the color that they are and the shape of their head? If you didn't, that's okay. Some of you did, some of you try not to underline everything, right? It's hard because all 3 of those are good. So we're gonna keep going. It's hard, I know. Weston.
How come they never indent?
You know what? That is true in this binder. The very first paragraph is never indented, but it should be.
Then why is this?
It's a
paragraph?
style. It's a style of writing. I like every paragraph indented.
Yeah.
This guy that writes these stories or articles, he does not indent the first one. He only indents after that. So you'll notice that. Very observant of you. I'm gonna keep reading. So Delilah, I see that you're underlining everything.
Yeah, I can't really find stuff that isn't, so.
Well, from that point on, I want you to not underline everything and just wait till you hear something interesting, okay? It's hard, I know,
It's just kind of all of them are interesting.
but that's what I'm saying. You gotta challenge yourself. Don't underline or highlight everything. Cleverly, these vipers bury themselves under the hot desert sand. They do this to cool off, but this is also how they hunt. Wiggling above the sand, a bit of the snake's tail makes passing lizards and rodents think that it is food. Then, when the unlucky prey is close, it strikes. The Sahara sand viper is vicious and will bite several times. Fortunately for humans, the viper's venom does not usually kill people, but it dooms any lizards, rodents, and birds that are bitten.
What does that mean?
Kill. Another word for kill. So it kills lizards, rodents, and birds. The Sahara sand viper is interesting for 2 other reasons. So now we're down here. So you can like skip that part if you want, and now we're down here and wait till you hear something interesting.
Yeah, it's just kind of all, it just sounds interesting, so I'm kind of.
That's okay, you're not bad at it. That's okay. We're all learning how to do this, so it's okay. You can skip some of it, but maybe in this paragraph, you'll find a couple more things to highlight. It is a sidewinder. It's a good one to, I would highlight that, right?
Where is it?
It starts right here. It is a sidewinder.
Where is it?
It's in this last paragraph.
It is.
Levi will show you. This means that in order to move quickly, the viper jumps over the sand instead of slithering. So it leaves J-shaped tracks in the desert. So as it's jumping from its tail, it looks like a J in the sand. That's what it looks like after he jumps.
Snakes. I never knew that snakes can jump. so
I
far.
never knew that either. Yeah, see, that's a good reason to underline it because it's like, whoa, that snake is not slithering, it's jumping. Wait till you hear the next part, though. This is pretty good. The sand viper does not lay eggs. All snakes lay eggs, right? I mean, except for this guy, these snakes. It bears live young, which is not a common thing for a snake to do. So that's what I would highlight right here too. So the sand viper does not lay eggs. I would highlight that all the way to the end of that paragraph. It bears live young. That means it has baby snakes. That sounds like a mammal to me, right? Like your dogs and cats, they have puppies and kittens, right? They have live. I know, isn't that weird? But I think they're still cold-blooded and they have scales and they still don't have any arms and
I didn't.
legs. They're still considered a reptile, but so they're interesting. They are unique in that way. All right. Hopefully you got a chance. Ava
got
actually
8.
numbered hers, so if you want to take a minute and number your favorites out of there, try to number just 6 if you can.
I got 8.
Yeah, that's okay. Remember I said it's okay if you got more
I
than that.
want to sand that it can jump.
So use your pencil and kind of I would say, number the facts that you want to keep. So try to keep like 6 if you can.
I'm gonna circle them. It's a sidewinder. This means that it is quick, that it move, that in order to move quickly, the viper jumps over the sand instead of floating. Can I use that as one?
Yes, good question. So you can combine a couple of those. That will help you. So just call that like one number if you want to number them. But yes, good question. You can combine sentences and the facts that you get from those sentences.
Causing him.
Ooh,
Which is
all right.
thing for a snake to do.
Ooh, good one. You can use that. You can use that in your sentence when you get to that part. Okay. For your topic, we just learned about the Sahara sand viper. So let's put Sahara next to Roman numeral 1, sand and viper. And then I know that's 3 words, but that's the name of the snake. So I'm going to have you guys think of one more word here. What can we add to that to kind of introduce these snakes? What is a word to kind of describe them? Oh, I like that. Unique. Because they jump and they have live babies. Another word, what's another word for unique? Awkward? What do you think? Special? Odd, maybe?
Oh, here.
Rare is a good one.
How about not so venom? They're not.
Well,
as rattlesnakes.
That's not really a word though, not so venom. I know where you're going with that. Well, there was one word they used at the very end here.
Which is not.
Oh, what's a word that means not common?
Unusual.
You're super close. Unusual or uncommon. Any of those words would work here. So you pick which word you want to use. I think I'm gonna put
Unusual.
uncommon, but if you want to put unusual or rare or unique, any of those words to go here, you can use. Yes. Special. All right, now this is where we're going to start looking at what you underline and start picking out those key words to put down here for the rest of our keyword outline. This is the details about the Sahara sand viper. Because remember, the Sahara sand viper is a desert reptile. That's our main subject. And one of them is this. So now we're going to look for your key words. Now this is where you can start working on your own. But I'm gonna do mine, I'm gonna have you guys share out some things that you underlined, so you can either copy what I'm putting here, or if you wanna work ahead and start putting down your own keywords from your facts, you can do that, either way, okay? So who would like to tell me one interesting or important fact that you underlined in that article?
That the sand viper can jump.
That the sand viper can jump. I think I'm gonna keep that a little bit later.
Like 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, somewhere down here, but keep that in mind. Levi, what do you think?
Yes, that's what.
Yes, he can be as long as 1.6 feet. I'm wondering if we need to talk about where he's Sahara Desert. Well, it's already in the title, huh? Sahara Sand. Okay, let's go on to how long it is. I agree with that. So we could maybe even combine that with the next sentence that talks about the color.
No, I don't. I don't think the color is really interesting because snakes usually have their own little color.
But he's kind of blends in with the sand a little bit. Okay, but if you don't want to put that, you don't have to. This is where it becomes your paragraph that you get to write about. I'm gonna put 1.6 and I'm gonna put FT for feet. And then I am gonna combine for mine. If you want to copy mine, you can. I'm gonna put sand colored. Oh, my marker is kind of running out here. Sand. Did you guys notice that sand colored is hyphenated? That's kind of, it means there's a dash in between sand and colored. So that means we can count it as one word, even though it's two, because it has that little dash.
Why does it have that?
Why does it have that dash? That's a good question. I don't know why, but it just does. So because it has the dash, we can count it as one word. Sand colored. Yeah, so you can use two more words here. So we could say dark markings. I'm going to put dark and then markings, and then I'm going to draw a triangle and a head and with a little arrow. If you want to copy that, you can, but I put 1.6 feet, sand colored, dark markings, triangle, head. That's something you guys can keep in mind as you're underlining information. It's okay to combine sentences like Levi was asking earlier. You know what? I would count that as one word because it's the name of the desert. So yes, you can count it as one word, Sahara Desert. Good question. Yes.
I've seen the snake actually up in one of these mountains.
I've seen,
They
oh,
were
this,
actually just like that small.
like
There
a
was two
baby?
of them together, they were like that small. They
Wow.
were sitting together sleeping, and me and my dad were actually going hunting.
Was it a rattlesnake?
I'm not
Do you
sure
know?
what it was,
Oh.
but it was actually colored like the paper says it was.
Oh.
It had a triangle-ish head.
Oh yeah, that is probably a rattlesnake because these guys don't live here. They live in Africa, Sahara Desert.
He was actually that.
Oh yeah, maybe a baby snake.
So cute. We ran into
Oh.
two of them, and they were just like
Just chilling, taking a nap. Brady?
cousins, and they were still here. Rather was they had a baby rattlesnake actually on like really under like on the patio, and when my uncle put his hat, I didn't notice, but their body still moved.
Ooh, yeah, it's creepy, and that is a way some people kill them.
I held the king snake.
Yes.
I held a king snake. He just literally ran around.
Ooh. All right, what's another fact you guys underline? So I need you to pause on that, and I want you to tell me how about I ask Delilah, what's another thing that you highlighted that you thought was interesting? Yes, they cover themselves in the hot So why did they do that? Do you remember what it said? Why they did that? To cool off. So how
And it
can,
helps them hunt.
and it helps them hunt. So, how could we put that, Delilah, on the keyword outline? How do you pick some, you only can use 3 keywords there, so how can we explain that?
You can put feet and circle feet,
Did you say feet?
feet, feet.
V?
Yeah, they're like diapers.
Oh, okay.
And they bury themselves, and then like draw like something hot, like a hot bath, like steam coming out of the bath,
Okay.
and then draw a desert, and then just draw a desert with sand, or draw a hot desert, and then you could draw a pool, and you could put um
I put cool.
Alright.
V, berry, sand, cool, but if you want to draw a little bathtub with the heat to remind you that it's hot out there, we know the Sahara is hot, right? Because we already wrote about that.
I could just forget it though with some of the African.
Okay, and then you said a pool maybe for
Yeah,
cool? Is that
I'm
what you
gonna
were
put
thinking?
hunt.
Yeah,
It helps them hunt.
because we could put that on the next line. I like that too, Weston. What if we put hunt? And then how did it say they hunt in the sand?
They use their tail to just do looks. And that makes lizards, birds, and lots of small animals think that's food, so they'll come over and it'll snap.
What if we drew, I'm gonna draw, this is like the sand, and then I'm gonna draw the snake. That shouldn't be square. Like, here's the snake under the sand with his tail sticking up. Can you guys draw that? It kind of looks like a slug, but really it's a snake.
No, I won't.
And then maybe wiggle. And then what does it eat again?
It eats birds and small mammals.
What else? What did it say, Hallie? What are some of the other things it eats? And rodents. Those were like mice or little gerbils or whatever's out there in the Sahara Desert. So you can pick one of those or draw a couple of those animals if you want. I'm gonna put lizards here. But it wiggles its tail and then it gets the lizard. Okay, that's what it does. So like I said, you guys can either copy what I got here or you can come up with your own keywords. What's something else, Ava, that you found interesting in there?
It doesn't lay eggs.
Doesn't lay eggs. That's super interesting. So, how did you write that down? Did you just put doesn't lay eggs or no lay eggs? I have another idea though. You can do that. No lay eggs. What if we drew an egg and then we cross it out? And then it talks about how it gives birth to live young, right? So, it has, let's see, how can we put that? Gives birth, it bears live young. I'm gonna put, have you guys heard that term before? Bears live young, not bears as in the polar bear. It just means that that's it, what it births. It births actual babies.
Can I put youth?
Youth?
Mhm.
No, because youth implies they're older. That would be like you guys are youth, but you're not babies, right?
baby.
No, nobody's a baby in here. I mean, you're a baby like
Goo goo
in a
gaga.
nickname baby.
Goo gaga.
No, then you'd have to wear a diaper.
Dada. You're my dada now.
But if you're a baby, you can't have chicken nuggets. What are you gonna do, Delilah? Not when they're little babies.
They could cut them up like little baby ones, little baby chicken nuggets.
And then they can mix it up in your milk.
Yeah.
Or just put it in the blender. Right? Dad would bring
Gaga.
bananas for my sister.
I think next would be a good one to go with Levi's idea about how they don't slither, they jump, right? That we have 2 spots left. We have 5 and 6. So if you have space, you can write about that. So what do you think, Levi? How can we explain how they don't slither?
Sidewinder.
Sidewinder. Okay.
Jumps. Slithering, but then like circling.
Jumps. Okay. And then I like that, slithering. And then circle it and cross it out. And then what about the J shape? J shaped tracks in the desert, yeah. Tracks and desert. Okay, the only thing we didn't mention is the venom part, but that's okay. But if you did on yours, great, keep it. Keep it. Yours is going to be different than mine unless you want to use mine. But this is what we're learning how to do is find those facts and put them down. Is it about chicken nuggets?
No.
Okay. Is it about being a baby?
No.
Is it about this?
I'm out and do.
Go ahead and make sure you have at least all 6 filled in here. You guys are going to use this to write your first paragraph of your report. Okay. And don't forget about the checklist. So if you're done writing this, look at the checklist with me. That is page 89. Checklist. So you guys fill all that in. The topic clincher rule is on here. So for this one, I recommend you using Sahara Sand Viper. Sahara Sand Viper. You can repeat those in your last sentence. Sahara Sand Viper. Okay, remember, repeat or reflect 2 or 3 Sahara Sand Viper key words. So
The topic, clincher, and
the topic sentence,
and the clincher sentence must repeat or reflect 2 to 3 key words.
yes, thank you, Weston. So your last sentence should have Sahara Sand Viper somewhere in there. And then you can highlight those words or put a box around those words. But the other things on here, you have you used it already last week. You have a because clause. A because clause tells why something is the way it is. So you could say something like, vipers bury themselves in the sand because they want to stay cool. That would be a good spot for a because clause. Also because they hunt. Yeah, you could use it there too. Weston? We're a little late now. I'm so sorry. We just had a late start. It was totally my fault. But actually, how about while everybody's cleaning up, you guys put your stuff in your front pocket. How about you read it while everybody's cleaning up right now? So your job this week is paragraph 1 about the Sahara Sand Viper. Don't forget your checklist.